Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. So happy to have you all. My name is Obsidia. I'm the DM of this campaign, Nexus Forlorn Legacy. As is tradition, we're going to do round the table introductions before a brief session recap, and then we jump right into the action. Also, thank you for the follow, Image Syrup. So without further ado, we got Dubby.
Hello, everyone. I am Beatrix Bunny, the taxidermy jackalope brought to life by the power of love and slightly mad science. I'm also, as of yesterday, a year older. Wow. I normally do variety streams focused on roguelikes, digital artwork, and RPGs, but if those are of any interest to you, I hope you'll swing by. And I actually have one such campaign, a Wild West alt history horror game in the Deadlands setting and system that Obsidia is a player in. Here tonight, though, I am going to be playing Feng-chen, the hobgoblin artificer of the party, and soon to be very stressed out soul healer of the party.
Thank you, B. And yes, previously in Deadlands, my character got to utilize her white privilege in New Orleans. As the
White
whitest
woman
woman you
walking
know tries to
into-
learn voodoo. So, thank you, B. Next up, we got Maris.
Hello, I'm Maris Aurum. I am a Celestial Dragon VTuber. I specialize in storytelling reading streams where we talk about all things books and literature and media literacy, and it's a good time. And I also run my own D&D parts. It is an ode to all things romantic fantasy, so if you like drama and political intrigue, a dash of regicide, and a lot of the homies smooching each other, definitely check it out. But while I'm here, I am playing Soleil, the party's hot pink fae tiefling werewolf himbo, also known as the guy who's about to stress out our healer. So yeah, happy to be here.
Thank you, Maris. Next up, we got not Nafisa. We got
wait.
Sif.
Oh, that's still me. Oh, hi, I'm Sif _ VTuber and also Muslim hijabi stone dragonborn girly Nafisa. The VTuber does art, play games, shovel snow, will eventually get back to running Curse of Strahd, and the dragonborn girl is a cute little ranger with her little stone dog, Nyx. Very happy to be back. I love you guys.
Thank you, Sif. And last but never least, we have Lily.
Hello everyone, my name is Lily. I am an artist that draws a lot of D&D stuff, including this very campaign. Currently working on something for the campaign right now, but yeah, other than that, I run Mistwalker Spectrum Eternity, which is a post-apocalyptic horror campaign. First 18 episodes up on my YouTube at this point. But tonight I play Aurora, the satyr sheep wizard bimbo kind of something or other. But you know, we're going through a rough time, but you know, still loves her friends.
Thank you, Lily. So previously on Nexus Forlorn Legacy, Soleil had a meal, a succulent Hungarian meal, with the mob boss that the party is currently employed with, Lazlo Kovac, who had invited Soleil over to just kind of meet and greet because Soleil used to work for him many months ago, and talking about kind of the expectations of Soleil's party and whether they have it in them to do what needs to be done in this gang war for the fate of Signoviste. And Soleil definitely vouched for his friends, which was promptly undercut later in the session. But then after that, he proceeded to retire for the evening with a former paramour, one Andras, a big Goliath enforcer of Lazlo, and overall Twitter-pated sweetheart. then in her dreams, Aurora tried to mend the fences with her guardian angel, Nethris, and was confronted by Nethris behaving in a somewhat unusual way conceptually, but in a very familiar way to Aurora because it was very much how Aurora acts to people. So,
She literally learned it from watching you.
yep. You are, in fact, a bad influence on the Fae.
Oh
And
no.
you're making her a toxic girlfriend.
Soleil, look away.
And then, but they were able to kind of work out their issues a bit and reaffirm their bonds of loyalty and affection. But everyone was rudely awoken that night by gunfire and explosions as the alliance between the cybernetic druidic gang, the Circle of Thorns, and the Nexite refinery union of goblinoids, the Clan Song enforcers, proceeded to attack Lazlo and the Shrouded Assembly. And amidst the chaos, Soleil went fully embracing his hunter form and began hunting down the attackers. Aurora summoned her magical abilities to try and start knocking down some of the attackers to help her allies. Feng-chen proceeded to fairy fire a bunch of them, making them much easier to shoot by Lazlo's enforcers. And then Nafisa summoned a big misty cloud between them to try and give the attackers an opportunity to leave and not get gunned down by Lazlo's people, only to be hunted down in turn by Soleil throughout the streets. After this transpired, as the bodies were being cleared away, one of the survivors, prisoners from the attackers, was being dragged away by Lazlo, and as Nafisa had given her warning to the attackers to just leave before summoning the spell, or after summoning the spell, Lazlo looked up at her, and she made a critical mistake and proceeded to, in her typical ray of sunshine manner, wave happily at him in a smug satisfaction of what she had done, and he promptly executed the prisoner in front of her to show that there are consequences for her actions. With that being said, Nafisa shut down to a great degree and was escorted by Ludus, who had not participated in any of this because it was bad guys against bad guys in his mind. It wasn't really a good or honorable thing to do, but he did put aside his prejudices of Nafisa to kind of console her a bit as the party began to decompress what had happened and try and catch some sleep in the wake of everything that had transpired. Also, Soleil continued to break Andras's heart in typical Soleil fashion. And that is where we ended. Is there anything anyone wants to do before waking up the next day?
I feel like we need to, similar to what we did for Aurora the night before, just kind of swarm Nafisa. Like, no expectations or anything, just, hey, you're having a hard time here, bud.
Wait, so what do you mean by like swarm? Like hold on.
You mean like
like
cuddle
Pack tactics! Advantage!
We get
Advantage on your
advantage
hug
on our
rolls.
cuddling rolls.
I think those pack tactics could serve later down in the future of the polycule line, but I don't know. I'll just wake up and then do morning routine. Like Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Feng is just kind of giving support for Nafisa. Is there anything that Soleil or Aurora wants to do before waking up the next day?
No, if we're just talking about things going on overnight, I think Soleil would stick by his post on the interior side of the door. I think we said Lunys is on the outside.
Yep.
I think he would just keep to his post. Probably admittedly not off during his watch, but he'll stay put.
Oh yeah, Ludus had given his pet mimic in blanket form to Nafisa. What about you, Aurora? Anything particular?
I don't think she would have read this. She would have decided to give Nafisa some space and is probably just like sleeping on her own.
Okay. So the morning comes. You all wake up to various degrees of well rested. You do still get the effects of a long rest, but as the morning comes, the blanket on Nafisa kind of begins to shrink and turns back into a small box and sprouts little tentacle legs, and like a bunch of eyes pop out of it in every direction, and it proceeds to start skittering down the bed and your guys' bodies and kind of hop out the room.
That's a kind of wake up, I think. Fang? Where's
Yes.
Aurora? Wasn't she going to sleep with us, or?
I do not know.
Okay, well, let's get everyone together. We have to start planning and start working. Just jump off of bed and, like, start going around to make sure people wake up so they can start planning.
Okay. You all are getting roused awake. What do you wish to do this morning?
Okay, so what does... We need to work, like, not fast, but fast-ish? Sorry, my mind is places. Do we... We agreed that we want to focus on the Marauders first, right?
I'm gonna interject here for just a quick moment. After last night, are you okay?
I'll be fine, Soleil.
That
I
was the
rested.
future tense. What are you now?
I am okay. It's upsetting, but we need to keep moving forward at least. I would like to think more before speaking about certain things.
Right. No, I get that. Moving forward, then, yes, I think we wanted to strike at the Marauders. I came across something the other night that might be of use to us, and he'll bring out the uniform that he stripped off the one guy that he beat the crap out of.
That's one of their uniforms, ain't it?
Yep, it is. I had a first-hand encounter with one of them.
Well, I suppose on that note, I was planning on spending the whole last day working on the Marauder stuff. But
You guys do notice when Soleil is talking about this and showing the uniform, Ludus looks absolutely disgusted with Soleil. That is all. Continue.
but I don't. They're mostly activities that probably should stick with the quiet, or at least a smaller party, so I don't want to. I'll be quiet for a bit, I suppose.
Do we know what ended up happening after last night? I mean, it didn't look like a small attack, right? Do we have some sort of Chishi, do you know if anything's changed in the city outside of all the death?
I haven't made any forays outside of the room yet. I wanted to make sure that Lunys was all right and safe. That's my primary priority. I did hear a series of explosions elsewhere in the city last night, which the rest of you guys did as well. Beyond the attack itself, so presumably there was at least some amount of action that happened last night beyond just what happened here.
So we weren't the only target then.
Maybe after we're more awake, we should go and talk with some of Lazlo's men about if the situation's changed at all. If the
Yeah,
terror-
I can. I don't mind handling that. Of course, welcome to join me, but I was gonna probably meet back up with Andres and try and, rally everybody, make sure the restaurant's still in a defensible position, repairs, whatnot.
Okay. You can handle that, I suppose. I imagine Lazlo would not want to see anyone else.
I'll probably at least tell you to give him a wide berth for now.
Well, outside of that, any other ideas for today?
I think I may learn to construct some I think she's trying to think of a way to say this other than learn how to make a bomb, since it doesn't feel like a great time to say that to Nafisa.
But the villain in your heart, it would compel Lunys to hear a villain making a bomb, though. Think about it.
I think I may endeavor to learn some tactically applied demolition. It seems it would be of great assistance with how fortified the Marauders are.
Yeah, I think a really big hammer could help. Yeah. Outside of that,
So, just curious, Lunys is watching us basically from a distance.
Yeah, he's aside from looking disgusted at Soleil, you can also tell he's very eepy. Apparently, dragons are heavy sleepers, and takes a bit for them to really kind of wake up in the morning. So he's still very, very like half awake, aside from glaring at disgusted Soleil when he's not yawning.
I'll just kind of speak up to Lunys and just say, Lunys, would you mind taking a morning walk with me to scout and potentially identify weaknesses in the Marauders' defenses?
Oh, of course, my dear Aurora. I can arrange such a thing, and perhaps that if the time comes, I can keep you appropriately safe from the myriad threats that apparently need some further removal. As he looks over at Soleil.
Well, I'm sure that such a fine man as you will be able to keep me as safe as anyone could.
He he summons his incredibly long great spear, which promptly fills up the part of the room you guys are in really quickly because it's like a 10-foot long spear, and he somehow manages to still drop to his knee without just slamming it through the walls, but he drops to his knee in front of you, Aurora, holding up his spear, and says, "You have my word, my lady. I shall keep you safe."
Oh, you're much too kind, but I appreciate the protection immensely, Lunys.
He smiles, and he then promptly stands up without realizing it and slams the spear through a table, and you just see the table just slice in half and fall over. And she kind of ducks under the spear and puts her hand on it, and Ludus goes, "Right," and disappears it again.
We will likely be trying to not kill anyone while doing reconnaissance, so maybe keep that one tucked away for at least the initial scouting.
Don't worry, I will be prepared to strike down any foes that try to do you harm. But I will assure you that I can be a master of subtlety. As he stands there in his bright armor and long cape and everything.
Well, either way, I'm sure you'll do a fantastic job.
Gives you a big fangy grin.
I want to go see Clan Song today, but I know that might not be a good idea given who we're working with.
I would
A
hope
good
that
idea,
we
but-
have. I would hope that we would have some a goblinoid assistance in the diplomacy, if nothing else, so that you are sure that you would understand the language.
I mean, I would just want to go see them. If you would like to be diplomatic, we could all go together.
I don't know how well that would go considering the events of last night, but I'd feel a hell of a lot better if I were there with you.
At the very least, we need to see what's happened to them after everything. Fung, if you need to go study your bomb making, you can do that, and I can wait here for you. Also, they also goes to talk to Lazlo and his men, and then when you two get back, we could go to where Clan Song should be together.
If you are certain.
Sure.
Yeah. And if you two change your mind, that's fine. I will, go by myself, but like you said, it might not be the best idea.
No, not. But you going by yourself is even worse. We'll be there with you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Does anybody want to say anything else before you go your separate ways?
Is Nafisa staying here for now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Should be waiting for the others to come back before going.
Okay. Then I think while Aurora and Lunys are getting ready to go do their thing, she would probably walk over to Nafisa and just say, "You gonna be all right?"
Yeah. I'll be fine. I've been around death before.
I know, but it's never rattled you like this.
Yeah, I suppose so.
It's okay to not be all right. It's a lesson I'm at least trying to learn.
I will not be alright later. I don't know how later, but I know I won't be alright later. But I'll have you.
You will.
Mhm.
Hey, come here. She'll beckon for you to like bend over a little bit.
Yeah, she can be like sitting and Aurora's like standing,
Yeah.
and then like Nafisa
Yeah,
just rests her
sounds
head against
fine.
her shoulder.
And she'll just go ahead and kiss Nafisa on the head. And just say, "Thank you for last night."
We love you, Aurora. Don't forget that.
Love you too, Nafisa.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget that either.
I won't. I can't. It's in my journal, like all over.
I mean, I know I've had a penchant for running away, but
You can't run away from us.
no, I know. You certainly never let me go.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, that is right. I suppose we should tell you. Soleil, we have unionized.
Huh?
Oh, I don't know how to explain this.
We love you too, Soleil.
What? I
I don't.
I don't rightly understand. It sounds important.
I thought it was fairly straightforward. We have unified in terms of, I suppose, interpersonal romantic affairs. We are able to do collective bargaining.
The lights are on and no one's home. But at the romantic connectivity, he was like, "Oh, got it, got it." Well, shoot, Rory should have said something last night. That congratulations, I think.
She's like thrown off by this too. It's just like, oh shit. Well, I mean, I told you I was plenty warm last night, so
Now I understand that completely now.
Makes warm company.
Geez, you leave for a night, look what happens.
so you better not leave again.
I will endeavor not to stray too far.
Right. So with that, is there anything else before you guys go your separate ways?
Soleil definitely clocked how Lunas is looking at him. He's
Yeah.
not too pleased about it, you know? I think as he and Aurora are sort of heading out, he's just gonna sort of grab his arm and just... Do we have a problem, Lunas?
No, despite your previous claims, I now understand you completely.
And how's that?
Clearly, you are a man of little honor and much hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy. Do explain.
He kind of just looks you up and down, and he will take your hand off of his arm and just say, as he strikes one of his poses, his tail flittering his cape in the wind, the non-existent wind, and he looks at you and says, "Despite your seemingly altruistic claims of trying to not kill these villains, the moment that you are given the opportunity to, you cast aside such proclamations and hunt them down like dogs in the street. Although, given the person doing it, I can understand why that terminology might be offensive."
He bristles at that. His tail starts twitching. in agitation. Lunys, I'm gonna be real careful about what I say right now. Because despite whatever you think about me, I think quite highly of you. Offend you, and by proxy, your mothers who actually employ us. But if you want to call me a dog, I only have to say, you and I are not so different. We're both stuck on a leash, and we are pointed to where our masters want us to go. So, I'd be a little more careful about the way you choose to insult me. I do what I gotta do. For you, it's just a game. There's no audience here, Lunys. This is real. You better keep an eye on Aurora.
Ludus will walk up to Soleil, kind of pressing his breastplate against Soleil's chest as he gets real close to his face, and says, I think the fundamental difference between you and I is that when I say something, I mean it. I don't pretend to be something other than what I am. Perhaps you need to internalize that as well. And he will turn and take a light step behind Aurora as he opens the door for her.
She just looks at Soleil like, I'll be heading out then, I think.
I'll give you a nod and just look at you and just keep him out of trouble. He's a little trigger happy.
Okay.
Ludus will stop and turn to look at Nafisa and say, Be careful with that one when you engage in your diplomacy. He seems to have developed a taste for their blood. It'd be a shame if he acted upon his inclinations when he gets close to them again.
Okay, I'm gonna need everyone here to calm the hell down. Like we are in a really important situation that cannot be having us be at each other's throats like this.
Can we all agree to meet up for lunch? I think a nice good meal will help take our minds off of everything, and you see the wrinkles forming from hearing the words blood stressed over and over there. I think we should all have a nice meal later to help calm the nerves.
Sounds lovely, Nafisa.
Okay. Everyone be safe. I will be here with Nyx.
All right. With that, you guys depart. We'll start off with Feng-chen. Where do you want to go?
I think I gotta stick with the initial idea, because otherwise I have made you set up those dirty crafting rules for naught. So yeah, I would like to inquire within Lazlo's group as to where I might learn how to make things relatively controlled in exploding.
All right, you could probably go to Lazlo's restaurant, and you of course have to step by the spray painted outline depiction of the executed hobgoblin from last night on the street in front of your apartment. But you could go to his restaurant where his various members of his crew are currently, but many of them are sleeping, grabbing some meals. They look pretty tired from the activities that came last night. And but when you are talking around, Lazlo will come out from his back room. He is back to wearing one of his incredibly garish suits. This is a zebra print kind of suit, with a bright red shirt under it with no tie. And he comes out and he goes, Feng-chen, right?
Yes, that is correct.
I saw your performance last night. You did a good job assisting my men. What can I do for you?
The Marauders seem to be fairly well encamped and fortified in the old hospital. I seek to learn some means of entering. Do you have any in your staff? Is that the correct word for more formal gang members? Do you have any amongst your number that would be able to instruct in the arts of explosives?
He chuckles and goes, "Yes, I have a staff member who has some familiarity with such things. Here, let me give you an address." And he takes out a piece of paper, clicks a pen, and writes quickly on it. You follow down the street. It is about 2 blocks over, in the sub-basement area. You can meet her. She is a bit peculiar, but I think that you in particular will get along swimmingly with her.
I see. Very well, thank you.
Yeah. Best of luck. Hopefully this comes in handy with whatever you and your associates have planned.
I certainly hope so. All right, yeah, I think I'll head on over.
Okay. You head on over, and you can, once you kind of go through the street. You actually give me a perception or insight check, whichever one you want.
Okay. Let's go with insight.
22.
That-
All right. As you're walking along, you see that there is a dwarf and a human. Some of the shrouded assemblymen kind of are just hanging out on a street corner, just kind of like smoking and chatting and stuff. And they see you, and they actually approach you, and it's a female human and a male dwarf, and the dwarf looks up at you and goes, "Oh, you're the one from last night. Much appreciation for the spell work. You was able to help Anna over here get." And he does like this motion with like a rifle, like an invisible rifle, and he kind of pats you on the back.
Of course, I was simply doing the assumed duties. Give a little curt bow. I'm looking into dealing with the fortifications on the Marauder's base, and was told that there is someone here who is an expert in the ways of explosives.
Oh, of course, you want to get better at killing. As he kind of does some like playful punches against your shoulder.
Which one?
We'll go with the metal one. And he kind of shakes his hand after punching it. I see you have strong arm.
It is now, yes.
And the woman goes, what is your name, by the way?
I am Feng-chen Wong.
Feng-chen, it is, we will remember this. You have good friends here now. As she kind of, gives you a thumbs up and stuff. And if you ever need anything, ask for Anya. I will come to your call.
And I will make sure I receive all that aid is worth. My thanks.
Yeah, good. We will take you to Emma. Just come with us. You deserve escort. And they will begin just taking you the rest of the way. It's not that far away from Lazlo's restaurant. It's only a couple blocks. But yeah, you got these two with you. And they take you to a sub basement area. You very distinctly can smell the sheer amount of chemicals coming out of this basement area. There is such a degree that it has permeated the area around it. So you feel like perhaps you're in the right place.
All right. I'll go in, trying to make sure I don't have too much of the smell of sulfur and gunpowder and all manner of other chemicals and
like hydrochloric
in the
acid
air,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, it's not a great smell. I imagine she's used to fumes at least, but
Yeah,
it's a little much.
Yeah. And as you get through the various locks and wards for it and everything, you begin to hear like very like brash and loud like big band style music and stuff coming from a radio within. So you're like the and you proceed through, and then the smells really come to hit you as you see she's tall. She's probably about like 6'8", a tall lizard folk, particularly like a bearded dragon type lizard folk, like with all the spikes on her chin and stuff and a long tail. She's wearing a long white lab coat that has a whole bunch of like chemical burns and like traditional burn marks on it, as well as like a whole bunch of like not really spray paint, but like somebody has been like painting just all kinds of like weird symbols on it. Like it's very it reminds you kind of a lot like Lazlo's tattoos. It's very avant-garde kind of graffiti style paint all over her lab coat with like she literally has like a big like scaled anarchy symbol on the back of it. And she has a pair of like large goggles with like focusing lenses on them on her forehead as she is bopping along, and she's got painted talons and stuff in all kinds of different colors as you see just a sea of chemicals, materials, metal bits, and she is currently like working on some kind of like probably explosive device as she's dancing along to the music as she works with some tweezers and utensils.
Fantastic. I can't wait to find new ways to be important, disappointed by new characters' bloodlusts.
She does not seem to initially notice you as she's singing along.
All right, well, I know that she works with explosives, so I'm not going I'm not going to just walk up. I think I'll try to make it very evident visually first if she can't hear me. Trying to anything I can to approach the situation without, startling someone with explosives.
Gotcha. Yeah, as you kind of weave in front of her slowly, and you notice that her eyes move at different rates, and so as you begin to move in front of her, she's got one eye looking down, and then the other one kind of oscillates to the side a bit to look at you, and she's got that very like kind of brown, like sandy brown colored scales mixed with some like more rusty orange coloring. And she will be eyeing you, and she goes, who might you be?
Thank you for asking. I find there's there is a dearth of etiquette sometimes in organized crime. Hello. She's just at this point very nervously yammering. My name is Feng-chen Huang. I'm an associate of Soleil and, by extension, one of the mercenaries that your employer Lazlo sought aid from. I, in turn, have come to see if I could learn some of the crafts of demolition and explosives.
You wish to learn you come from Lazlo. It is good to have you, no reason to be so formal. And she kind of chuckles and stuff and puts down the tweezers she was working with, and she kind of stands more upright and stuff as she looks up at you. Make a perception check.
Okie dokie. That's a 4.
Okay. She looks up at you and goes, so you have been requested to learn more of my trade craft. It is good to have this opportunity. So few people can try and grasp it.
Yes, I imagine it would be very difficult to grasp explosives.
Well, it depends on the explosive. You tend to grasp like a grenade, for example. As she will then open up her lab coat, you just see that there is like 9 different like multicolored kinds of hand grenades that are like strung up under her coat.
I see you carry a surplus.
There is never a sufficient amount when you truly need it, but you try to prepare as much as you can.
So I have heard.
But enough of what I currently have. It is now the discussions of what you need. I am, of course, it is rude for me not to explain this, but my name is Emma. It is good to meet you, Miss Huang.
Likewise.
And she will extend out one of her taloned lizardfolk hands for you.
I'll shake it.
And yep, she shakes it very enthusiastically and goes, oh, is that a augmetic arm?
Yes, it is. It is one of my own design. Degloving.
Are you also an artificer?
I have been known to dabble. Yes, I'd like to think of myself as one.
Good, good, good. It will make the explanation process much simpler and the learning material much more expansive.
Very well. Lead on then. Where shall we start?
You now have the opportunity. Do you wish to make a tinkerer's tools or an alchemical tools skill check?
I'm gonna have to go with some tinker's tools.
Okay. Make a tinkerer's tools check with advantage using intelligence.
Ready?
You get advantage because you're doing the full 8-hour increment for this.
That is a nat 30.
That is a nat 20 equaling a 30. Well, that is quite hefty. Okay. Well, in light of that, let me just make sure I have this copied appropriately. Okay. So I am going to be putting in you definitely know how to make a bomb. I'm going to be putting this into, we're going to call it setting items in the Discord. Okay. You have succeeded on a DC 20 check. And so she teaches. Oh, Jesus! I just threw my phone across my desk.
Oh no!
She teaches you how to make a few types of bombs. She teaches you how to make plot-appropriate bombs. So, for example, like your decoy bomb that you had talked about, she can teach you how to that. But mechanically, she teaches you how to make a special type of artificer bomb, which is technically a new infusion that you have access to. As well as you can now make grenades. So I put the different types of stuff that you can do into the setting items Discord, but for everyone watching and for everyone else here, you can basically make an artificer bomb that is 1 infusion slot plus 3 spell slots stored, and it is a fireball that you can basically set up, and kind of like a delayed blast fireball, except it's an actual physical object you can set up and detonate. You could, I forgot to put in the thing there, but it can either be timed or you can manually activate it, when it will detonate the turn after you activate it. You also know how to make different types of grenades, particularly 3 different types: incendiary, concussive, and fragmentation. A incendiary does 3d6 fire damage, concussive does 3d4 thunder damage, and fragmentation does 3d8 piercing damage. It will cost you 50 gold to make a given grenade, and it is an attack roll of, you can either throw to hit it at somebody like a ranged attack, or if you want to try and put it at like an area on the ground, it makes a dex saving throw for people in the AoE, which I will add to that when it comes up. But so it is a dex saving throw for the fire and piercing damage, and it's a con saving throw for the thunder. And it takes you an hour to craft up to your proficiency bonus in grenades. But they're still 50 gold each. So you can, make, I think your proficiency bonus is 3 at this point, so you can make 3 grenades for 150 gold in 1 hour. So that is what she teaches you how to make.
All right. I will add these to the sheet.
And much like with every other artificer thing, you could of course give the grenades are martial weapons that you automatically have proficiency in if you don't have martial weapons. But for any other member of your party, it is a martial weapon, and you can give like your infusion bomb to someone else to plant if you want. And Emma goes, "Well, you are a very quick learner. I respect your inquisitive scientific nature. If you were an alchemist like myself, we could be able to expand on this significantly. But with your particular mechanical inclinations, I think that we have bridged a serious gap in understanding."
Yes, I do feel rather like I know rather more about this subject. Thank you for enlightening me.
Of course, of course. If you wish to learn more, you can always come by again, and I can see what I can scrounge up from this.
I would like that. Should the situation allow.
Excellent, Miss Wonk. It is wonderful to meet a fellow experimentalist.
A breath of fresh air, Miss Emma.
And she will give you a big hug, and you feel that she doesn't just have grenades on one side of her body, she has them on her other side as well. So you've got a woman with 18 grenades strapped to her hugging you right now in the midst of her lab.
I hug gingerly like a carton of eggs.
With that, she will crank her radio back on, and she starts like doing a little swing dance thing as she moves back over to her workbench.
Incredible.
All right. With that, I think we're actually gonna jump in the order of things that I've outlined to actually do Aurora next before the diplomacy moment.
Sounds good. So I imagine her goal for this is essentially just to learn guard timing so she can try and figure out when is the time where she can essentially, the goal being to later this evening do a bunch of offensive art demeaning the head of the Marauders in the plain in like the nearby vicinity of different outposts and such of the guards to try and hurt morale as best as she can.
Okay. Now, here's the question. Do you wish to do stealth or deception? And then the secondary question is, do you wish to take a higher DC to those to also cover Ludus, or do you want Ludus to roll on his own?
Oh, God. I think am I allowed to know what Lunas's deception is? I imagine
he definitely
pretty
does not
bad.
trade in either stealth or deception, but he is a paladin, so
there's some charisma behind that.
Chi-Chi would probably be able, like as a rogue.
Oh yeah, I was like, is Chi-Chi with us?
You know, that wasn't what you had originally intended, but it would make sense. Do you want Chi-Chi to assist you? Do you want Chi-Chi present during this?
I don't think she would have thought about it, so it would be up to if Lunus would bring Chi-Chi along, then I
Ludus would not choose to bring her. He considers himself protecting her because he's wrong. But
would Chi-Chi think that like her priority, she said herself, is protecting Lunus? Would she leave him alone with Aurora?
She might. That you don't know. You don't know Chi-Chi well enough. Yeah, you don't know Chi-Chi well enough, but she did at least leave him alone when he first met you guys. That's why she wasn't there.
I don't think Chi-Chi would be here.
Okay.
I'll take the L on that one because Chi-Chi would have definitely helped this situation.
Oh yeah. She is a rogue.
I'll take the higher DC and roll this for both of us.
Okay, for deception or stealth?
Deception.
Okay.
Oh, please. The 13, you said with disadvantage, right?
No,
Or the higher DC. So
yeah,
yeah.
just a higher DC. You didn't have disadvantage.
Sorry, yeah. 19 then.
Okay. Let me just check something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So, how attached are you to Aurora?
She can get out of any situation.
Unfortunately, with Ludus, it would be a DC 20.
I figured it might be.
Yeah. So unless you've got something to give yourself a +1 to this roll.
I don't, in fact, have that. Unless you want to count. I don't know. No, Natharis couldn't help with this at all. So, yeah.
Okay. You try going back the same way you did before, but you notice that, well, while you of course have done this, you can lay low. It is incredibly difficult for Ludus to lay low by existing. So as you guys are crossing the bridge and stuff, a group of militia are going to approach you. So this is probably about 10. 10 of the militia. They have a hodgepodge of different outfits and pseudo uniforms with the badges that indicate them as a part of the Marauders and stuff sewn onto them, with their rifles, and they will approach you, and you hear this is purely militia, so you hear them in a local Skiari accent as they go, "Hey, stop there, stop there, stop there."
Is there a problem?
They take a kind of circle around you guys. Various races and genders and stuff, but they one of them kind of looks you guys up and goes, "Well, it looks like your friend here has quite the ensemble." So kind of looks Ludus up and down.
Indeed. But I don't really see how that's much of a problem, considering people coming through this way are dressed in all sorts of outfits given what they can find.
I don't know about all kinds of people coming through here, but I know that this is not all kinds of people. It looks very expensive.
Well, I'm sorry that your boss doesn't seem to be able to afford to dress you all as nicely as you may want.
One of the other militia kind of looks over at you and goes, "You would do better to hold your tongue when talking about the colonel."
Very well, then what? Are you just not going to let us pass?
Oh, I think that if you wish to pass with such apparently well-off status, well, maybe that you could pay appropriate tolls.
You and I both know that those things don't actually exist, and rather you're just trying to extort us for what we're worth in order to make a quick buck.
The other militia kind of chimes in and goes, I am not going to question the legality of what we are doing, but it is clear that there will be a price if you want to pass.
She's gonna look back at Lunas, who's been mostly quiet this time. How does he look about this whole situation?
He looks at these people and you can feel the righteous indignation emanating off of him. Ludus will probably not tolerate this continuing.
Yeah, I figured. Well, I suppose we'll just have to come back later. Perhaps when different guards are on duty.
Oh, no. I think that
No.
You're-
If we aren't passing through, then there's no reason for us to pay a toll.
no, you are a person of interest now.
Mm-hmm.
I think that perhaps we will have to show you to our superiors.
So in the end, you're still letting us pass?
I would say it is more of we are escorting you for further interrogation.
Yeah, but see, I don't really want to do that.
You see them all kind of like hold their rifles up with more menacing intent, and they go, I think you are past the point of what you want to be doing in this situation.
So we can't go through by ourselves, and we can't leave.
You could say you have already chosen to cross that bridge.
Right. Okay, well, please lead the way, all of you.
Good. We will, of course, have to search you to make sure that our own safety is being maintained.
Well, naturally. I mean, all I've got on me is just a bunch of paint.
Do you have any money on you?
I mean, technically, I don't imagine she has any gold. It would just be the cards that they've been using.
Well, Fed credits is the standard currency
I
of
suppose.
this area.
But we've been getting direct deposit for our jobs, right?
Yep. It's do you have any actual money on you?
I don't imagine she has any money on her.
Okay then. So they search you. You don't have anything worthwhile. And then they search Lunas, and they grab his bag, and as they do, his fucking horde insects come pouring out of the bag onto the person searching it.
Oh no.
And the guy starts screaming as all of these insects start crawling on him. And
Just horde insects, nothing too much. You provoked them.
And he starts like trying to slap them off of him and stuff. And make an honor even roll, Aurora.
Odd.
Let's see what the heart of the cards is. Odd. Do you want them to hurt any of these insects?
Probably not.
Okay. So, he's trying to slap them, but they're, these things are designed to live amidst a dragon's horde and skittering about actual dragons. So they're pretty sturdy stuff.
Right.
So he's
are they all distracted by this at this moment?
Oh yeah, they're definitely now they're looking at this dude. These are not well-trained militia.
Then Aurora would quickly, in the moment, seeing them all not looking at Lunys and her, go tap invisibility on both herself and Lunys, and then drag his arm to run through the checkpoint to the other side.
Okay. You grab Lunys and you feel Nethrus's shadow kind of spread over you guys and wrap you up in that void energy, and you promptly disappear as everyone's trying to now deal with these bugs that are now skittering about, and they're trying to step on them and stuff, and everybody's going crazy. You hear a couple gunshots as people try to shoot these things. With that, you see Lunys kind of pulling away for a little bit because he's like,
my bugs.
I need those.
I mean, you still got some left. Get you refilled.
And he is very disappointed as you pull him away, amidst the screaming, shouting militia. But you are able to get past them. You know, they're probably going to raise an alarm in some way, but
Yeah,
you guys are invisible, and invisibility lasts a while, so
an hour, yeah.
yeah. So you could effectively get out of any area where people would be on alert, but you
Yeah,
do
she
know
would
that
definitely.
they probably know what you look like at this point.
Yeah, understandable. So it goes.
So it goes.
She's got a lot of invisibility to go around, so. But eventually, she just get to like a point where she feels like it's safe, drop the invisibility, and just say, "Well, that didn't go exactly as smooth as I would have wanted it to."
I was hoping that we would have simply been able to remove that filth from the location.
You want to just take your spear out and make a whole display of it?
It would certainly have sent a very specific sign to the rest of their compatriots.
I mean, I don't disagree. And maybe we are now enemies of their state, if you will, with whether or not we chose to kill them all. I mean, I don't really. That's. I don't really like to kill people. Haven't really done it myself. Try to hold to that if I can.
You know, your friends keep saying this, but are giving me every indication that it is nothing more than a lie that you tell yourselves.
Well, I can promise you that at least. Well, I know you're talking about Slay.
Indeed, he tried to pontificate about this righteous morality in simply crippling for life these evildoers. But when the darkness fell and the beast consumed him, he quickly proceeded to hunt them down and tear them apart to great degrees of finality.
Um, yeah, no, I've seen him do that before.
So this is a reoccurring theme.
I mean, he does what it takes to protect those he cares about.
It seems that he enjoys what he does once he puts aside the pretext of those that he cares about.
I don't really know much of what to say to defend him. I just know his heart is in the right place. The decisions that he makes.
It is frustrating. I thought he was a worthy rival, a suitable challenger, but it seems that he is nothing more than a deceitful hypocrite when it comes down to his true nature.
Deceitful hypocrite's quite the strong way to put that. When we did one of our other jobs, me and him took the stealthy option. Granted, it went a little more smoothly than just this last one. I thought we would be able to walk on through, considering I was able to do that in the past. But when push came to shove and when shit hit the fan, he defended us, he protected us, and I understand that maybe it could look like what he's doing is villainous, if that seems to be the important thing for you. But the way that he does care, and I wish he would. He would put himself a little higher in some situations amongst the caring.
I apologize if it seems that I'm characterizing him as a villain. I do not believe he is truly a villain. We are surrounded by those here. Rather, I find him an even more detestable type of person. A hypocrite, somebody who is pretending to be something they're not. Had he simply desired to kill these people, that would be one thing. But no, he tries to think that he can somehow be above all of this, when in reality it's just a shroud he puts across his actions to shield himself from his own bloodlust. To strike down a villain, a ne'er-do-well, or a fiend is an honorable and just thing. Why not simply embrace that?
I don't. He's been trying to take the non-lethal route at our own behest. And one time he did lose himself in that bloodlust and even lashed out towards us, towards Nyx particularly. And he seemed so incredibly regretful. You gotta understand, this guy's... He's Fey. I don't think it's as simple. He's got this indifference towards a lot of this that he's trying to figure out. And I know he doesn't get it, but he's trying. And he may be a dumbass. That dumbass sure does mean a lot to us. To me.
I am going to say something very controversial, my dear Aurora.
By all means.
I think you are giving him his own excuses back at him. You say that he is a Fae, and it creates a degree of indifference. But I will assert that because he feels such regret over his actions, that he is not as Fae as he claims to be. The Fae, from my studies, were creatures of their nature. They do not know how to be anything other than what they are. So he should never feel remorse or regret over what he has done along with his nature. Because he does, that means that he is not entirely Fae, and therefore he has no excuse.
I mean, I don't know too much about his upbringing, but I know he had a father that he cared for a lot. Wasn't Fae. So yeah, maybe he's less true Fae. But I mean, that's... I think he's just confused.
Lunys will get to a knee, since Aurora is very short, and look at her and put a hand on her shoulder as he looks her in the face and goes, Perhaps then you should be giving him appropriate guidance and direction, rather than accepting the lies that he tells you about himself.
But he can't lie.
But he is also not entirely fey, now is he? Something to think about, my dear Aurora.
I trust him with everything I've got. It may be a dumbass decision to do so, but I trust that man with everything.
It seems then that he does not trust himself.
Maybe. We all got shit to work through. I know I got a whole hell of a lot of it. It certainly can't put me on no pedestal. Piece of shit when it comes down to it, it seems. That's alright, because I'm working on getting better.
I severely doubt you are this piece of excrement you claim yourself to be.
No, I'm pretty sure that I am. I've hurt a lot of people. Maybe I'm a villain in a way.
I do not believe that to be true.
I've had enough. I've had enough of having people spoil me rotten. Could use some hard truths. And I know he'd give them to me.
The truth is a tragically misunderstood and often overly malleable thing to many people. I only say this so that you know that my perspective on this is based on my undiluted view of each and every one of you. And I can tell you, despite your seeming truthful, quote-unquote, misgivings about your own past, that you, yes you, are a good person and no villain.
You know, this is the first time I've really ever talked. And you're willing to speak that all that on this?
I'm somebody that is an excellent judge of character.
Oh. Excellent judge of character.
Indeed, you could not engage in my noble travels and great adventures if you did not know where your heart would truly belong in safekeeping.
Learnus, the fact that you still act like this after traveling all the much that you have shows that you got a hell of a lot to learn about how the world works.
He shrugs and goes, "Perhaps there is more that you need to unlearn about how the world works."
Maybe so. This world has kicked me to the curb many times. Not about to make excuses for the world.
All we can do is try to eliminate the portions of it that drag it down, and help safeguard the parts that make it all worthwhile.
Fair enough. Can you do me one last favor, though?
What is it?
Be sure to give Soleil another chance.
He sighs and goes, "I will endeavor to do my best."
He's got a noble heart in there, I'm sure of it. Nobody just protects people like that without having some of it in them.
Well, if anything, I will have to re-examine him in light of your own perceptions, because you clearly see something in him that he does not see in himself.
Maybe so. I'm sure you don't. I'm sure some part of him would call me a fool for it, but I'm willing to see past a lot of that because I know, because I care about him, and because I know he cares about me, and I just want him to be okay.
Well, hopefully, when this is all said and done, you will be able to look back at it and laugh.
I don't expect there will be much laughing on it. All right, let's get to work.
Indeed, what do you need me to do?
Really, I just wanted to talk with you and get you away from Soleil. But my goal was to learn more about their security so I could make sure that whatever I'm doing tonight is as safe as possible.
Oh, what are your intentions tonight?
Try and spread a little scent about how wonderful the leader of the Marauders is. By trying to show a little bit of his true colors.
That could be a worthwhile endeavor, from what I've gathered. It seems that he has little redeeming qualities, and this place will be best served with him promptly cast down in judgment.
I couldn't agree more. After all, the way he treats my fellow countrymen is quite shameful.
He puts his hand on your shoulder and goes, "Excellent, then I know that I can at least trust you to do what needs to be done."
We'll see. I don't plan on killing anybody still. But I'll certainly be incapacitating them.
That leads to a point of curiosity. What do you intend to do then, once you've defeated this colonel?
I haven't really thought that far ahead. But evil people deserve to die. So,
In that we are agreed. It seems then that your intention around not killing people is very inconsistent.
not inconsistent, it's just that I try to avoid it if I can. I told you I still haven't killed anybody. I don't really want to start, but I understand. And I've certainly fucking learned from the way that this goddamn world works that sometimes you gotta make a step. Maybe I'm not ready to do that, but maybe I should be.
He'll kind of swoop you up off your hooves and say, "Ha ha ha! Then perhaps this is the perfect villain for you to embrace the pursuit of justice."
Right. Sure, we'll go with that.
Now, if you wish to gather intelligence about their movements, it might be better if I were to take a different form.
What form might that be?
He thinks about it and kind of looks around, and you see him turn into a incredibly handsome looking elven male in a militia uniform.
Awfully handy. Why don't I join you then? And she'll shift around to make herself into a smaller halfling woman.
Or should I say, aha, perhaps now we can go in more incognito.
You don't sound that much different, if you don't mind me saying. Just kind of talk
Perhaps we
slower.
can go in more incognito.
Maybe try a little less hard.
More incognito.
That's honestly worse. How did you get worse?
I'm not exactly made for these things.
Fair enough, but holy cow. You know, we aren't always just gonna charge forward into the enemy base and kill everyone there. Like, there's gotta be some elements of stealth. You gotta learn how to do some of this.
I've never had to do it yet.
Okay. Can you try and maybe even just talk like me for a bit?
Well, perhaps I'll talk like you.
You know what? Perfect. Couldn't be better.
Couldn't be better.
Yeah, well, go ahead. Why don't we... I mean, why don't we just... Fuck it, let's just go.
Lead the way, little lady.
Mm-hmm. You betcha, big man.
Oh, I like the way the cut of your jib.
She is just like beet red, trying to hold back, just cackling in laughter. And
We got ourselves quite the nefarious town here. As he looks around the city.
Indeed, we do. Eustace?
I agree. Clementine? How about we mosey on over to gather some of them intelligence?
Is he walking like bow-legged as he goes?
He's actually, it's even more awkward because he's walking like Aurora walks with her hooves.
Oh no.
Because he's trying to duplicate how she walks and talks. So it looks incredibly awkward. He looks like he's an alien in a human skin suit.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to come here, and she's gonna hook her arm around his. Be like, listen, okay, we are husband and wife trying to do our best to try and find some work here, trying to maybe look into some guard duty. You got that?
I believe I can do such things.
Okay, we
My
got an hour.
beloved, dearest little Clementine. It's been a lovely marriage so far.
No, don't people. Oh my god! We got an hour. Let's be quick about this.
I hope the little ones hatch soon.
No, people don't hatch. People don't hatch. Like,
I beg your pardon. That is my base of reference.
Okay. Why don't you just follow along beside me, be my cover, but dear God, please keep your mouth shut as much as possible.
He goes, and then he kind of puts a finger to his nose and goes, kind of like, does a motion of, all right, I won't talk anymore, but I'm ready, just tag me in.
Oh my God.
Make a investigation or perception with advantage.
Okay. That's a 15.
Okay. Yeah, you're looking around, you're moseying about, and you see that there's actually less guards here than there were yesterday. as as you patrol around, there's a lot less guards here, and you do hear talk about the attack that happened last night across the river. You also hear that the front has been pushed up, and they're beginning plans for the next phase. And it's kind of just like some of the things you're hearing every now and then as you are moseying around. So there doesn't really seem to be as much patrols here as there were before. If since you're doing this for only about 4 hours, like you get a nice little circle around the area, but it seems that most of the troops of the actual Marauder soldiers have left this area in particular. However, Camp Cadiz does still have a contingent, but it is reduced from what it was yesterday.
Gotcha. Sounds good.
Okay.
Is there any sort of indication of where the front has moved to? Is it facing more towards the Shrouded Assembly?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Oh, only an 8, so no.
Yeah, you can't really get a sense of it. At least at the core area that you're at near Camp Cadiz, it is not here. And all you encountered other than that is the militia at the bridge with Lazlo.
Fair. Sounds good.
Anything else?
No, I think that'll do it.
Okay. As you are doing that, we flash back to the other side of the city, where Feng, you can return to the house with everyone, and as Ludus is master of infiltration, Feng and Soleil and Nafisa, you guys reconvene.
How was your days? Everything go good?
Yes, I would say that I've gained quite a few new skill sets and a greater appreciation for workplace safety laws.
Out of character, the camera just pans over to the arm.
I mean, that's saying something. She already had those.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so if the notes are still through, if things haven't, Soleil, has things changed much after last night? The territories, the people?
Good question, DM.
You hear, as you're doing your thing, you hear through the grapevine that the Marauders launched an offensive against Rotgard Island, while the Von Yaskins and the Goblinoids were attacking Lazlo, and they overran and massacred the Circle of Thorns people that were left behind, and so including they were able to kill Dmitry Kunasov, who was the head of the Circle of Thorns, and so now they have occupied that region, giving them full control basically over the river that divides the city.
For the sake of brevity, I relay this information to the other two. Just
So the
Marauders are
Vinyas,
definitely 2 steps ahead.
do you think... Did they... So the Vinyaskins, the Circle of Thorns, they're all gone?
Effectively. I mean, there are probably still people around, but as a organ, as a territory, I think we can safely say they're out of the picture.
Still though, the song, I mean, they suffered a setback. I mean, they were beat back, but they should still be around. So their territory should still be up here. She points to the I think it was like north of Lazlo's territory.
Yeah. North
Yeah.
is the main refinery hub of the city
Mhm.
where Clan Song is based.
Yeah, they should still be there.
Are you 30? Are you two ready to go then?
I'm ready.
Yes, I suppose so. I don't think I would have had time to make any bombs, right?
No, no.
Yeah.
Okay then, let's go. They're going to be in the main Nexus refinery. I think it will be fairly obvious where we need to go if they're anything like the Marauders and Lazlo's men.
You do know that they are particularly based at the local Nilyar 306 Hall, which is the refinery union. So you know that both from Lazlo's information as well as from your understanding of the political situation from the files that that Zealot gave you. So the big union hall in the refinery district is where specifically the Ro-shin-dai, which is the militant self-defense community of the clan, is based out of.
If we want to be diplomatic about it, well, I know I need to go there. I need to see about something after last night. Are you too comfortable going to this place?
As
you-
I'll ever be. I mean, they won't be. I imagine they won't be none too pleased to see me. I hope that doesn't put a damper on what you're trying to do.
Feng, you said you mentioned you're the one who brought up diplomacy, right?
Yes, I believe so.
I think you should. I think we should let you address that first. I don't want to say something that'll worsen your goals there.
Very well.
Does that mean you have different goals then?
Mm, yeah, I'm not sure how to address them, but I'll still help with the diplomacy.
What what do you want to do?
I need to learn about something.
And something I presume only they can teach you?
It's about a person from last night.
You go that far just for that.
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know. I keep thinking back to a memory with my babu. My first kill. I don't know if I've told you already, Soleil, but Fang, you should hear this. My dad made me go through a lot of training before he would even consider letting me go out on my own. And one of these was surviving. I killed a creature. I don't know what the name for it is in common, but stone scales across its fur skin, 4 eyes, a large snout, and stalactite antlers jutting out. But when I shot it with my arrow, my father was the one to teach me how to kill it. That it should be done so justly. to not be wasteful. And last night felt like the entire opposite of that. So maybe I'd like to make something of it. And not waste a life.
Kind of nods at that. Hope you get the answers you're looking for then.
We'll see.
Right. Well, I hope that we can avoid any more unnecessary losses.
Okay.
Out of character, does anyone else in the party have a bag of holding?
No.
No.
Okay. That's all.
Okay. So, I will say that Feng-chen would specifically know that you can, as a clan goblinoid, you can basically get a parlay with even a clan that you're at war with. It is custom. So you do know that that is potentially a way that you can at least get through the door. So, just something to keep in mind as you guys approach the area.
No, I think that's definitely the approach here.
So as you guys proceed through into the no man's land between the two zones, you pass by, a heavy contingent of Lazlo's goons, who have defensive stuff set up there, and fortifications and machine guns and stuff. And they kind of look at you guys quizzically as you pass by. One of them, an orcish woman, will kind of stop Soleil and just be like, "Where are you going, Soleil? You know you're heading into enemy territory. You doing a hunt?"
Nothing quite so enjoyable, I fear. No, it's we have some business to take care of.
Do you need extra firepower? We can do this as an attack if you want.
No, thank you. I appreciate this. Is something I think a smaller team would be a bit more efficient, but don't worry, I'm all the firepower we need right now. Thank you.
That is something I can believe. All right, Soleil. Happy hunting to you and your compatriots.
Thank you, and let Andres know I'll be back and to help him out in a bit.
Yeah, we'll do.
Very, very nosy part of me wants to incite that help out. Really nosy part of me. She wouldn't do it. She wouldn't do it with the player. The player would.
Yeah, as you approach the goblinoid part of the city, you can walk up to their front lines and see what happens there, or you could try and weave through it. Like, how do you want to go about entering their part of the city now? Soleil snuck in last time with Lunys.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're trying diplomacy, that's
Yeah,
the question.
Nafisa would default to front gates, because she is not here for any, we're in her eyes, they're not here to do anything bad, so there's no need to be sneaky. But also, Soleil and Fong would know that we just watched a lot. One of us participated in the deaths of these people. Counterpoint: if we sneak in and they see us sneaking in, they'll just assume we're here to kill more too. I think we walk to the front gates.
Yep. Do you want to have any kind of signal or anything? Are you just going to be approaching the front gates?
I think. Mhm.
I mean, I've got. I've been looking for an excuse to use this spell for ages. I would like to pop Skywrite.
Okay.
I think I'll keep it simple, just something like the clan identifiers for Soleil and I, the goblinoid for Parlay,
Okay.
and the clan song.
So yeah, you can put Clan Wong and Zhao Parlay for Clan Song. That's eight of your words of 10.
Make an emoticon.
I was going to say a little heart emoji.
Yeah. So how does this look when you cast it in front of their lines?
I think that it looks like a sort of a clear window frame that she has a stylus and she's holding that up over the airspace above and is writing in the characters, and then just as it comes back down, it's just the writing has been transposed from the frame to above the airspace.
Okay. So you project this up, and you notice as you project that up in front of their lines that as you guys are approaching, nobody is opening fire on you. Perhaps if they did not have this symbol, they would have probably shot at you guys first before asking questions.
That's fair.
So, but yeah, as you approach, you see there's a strong contingent of a couple dozen goblinoids with various weapons out in their own fortifications and everything. Now that you're much closer, you see that there's definitely less than what Lazlo has deployed on the border, and who's to know how much of that is because Lazlo is more powerful, or how much of that is because of casualties they suffered last night. Who's to say? But a goblin male will kind of poke his head out from behind an impromptu fortification, and in Goblin will say, like, do you actually mean to parlay, Wong and Zhao?
I come here bearing no weapon. And I think I'll make a show of taking the firearm out of my arm, just lying it on the ground here for a second.
He kind of looks at you guys, and he says something, and about 10 of them will roll up behind him and go, We're going to have to take your weapons.
I am all right with that for my sake. I would ask, though, given my associate's weapons, oh, actually, hold it. Would he have worn his father's weapons here?
He normally always
Yeah,
has them.
he's always got him on his person.
I would ask if these weapons are to be returned, as there are ancestral weapons amongst my associates.
Yes, as is tradition, they will be returned at the end of the parley.
Look to Soleil.
His tail starts wagging in agitation again. He's kind of bristled a little bit, but he will slowly move to untie the belt at his waist with the two swords and hand them over.
Goblin picks up the firearm, and you hear one of the hobgoblins, who's in the entourage, say, I don't even know why he bothers carrying those things around. Seems like he's good enough at killing without them. Does dishonor to even possess them.
Tails wagging a little faster.
Uh,
It doesn't say
I assume
anything.
that
He's
Nafisa.
gonna. Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I was gonna ask that.
Oh yeah, Nafisa. Well, I was gonna say Nafisa was gonna pat Sully's back and sort of like just rub it, like animal handling check to keep him calm. But yeah, no, Nafisa has no problem giving up her gun. It's also a goblin at a weapon, so I imagine it'd also be treated with care.
Yeah, they're very respectful of all of these things. If anything, it's because they are culturally obligated to. But they have thinly veiled disdain for Soleil on a number of levels.
I think it'd also be funny for Nyx to like want a match, and then she puts her insignia of claws onto.
Oh,
the goblin kind of takes it and goes, "All right, I guess that's something." It's still a creature with a big, claws and teeth and everything, so it's just less powerful claws and teeth.
Yeah, she's showing that she's intelligent. She's aware. The Drake companion has an int score.
Yep. And they will take it and distribute the weapons amongst them because this little goblin can't carry everything. And they will form a cordon around you guys as you enter the refinery district. Much like with when Soleil was here, it is much less populated than Lazlo's area and is much more dilapidated. It seems to be really struggling economically here, which, from what I was telling Soleil, it has to do with the Nexite no longer coming through here legally anymore. It's only the smuggled stuff. So that's like the entire economic system of this place is built around processing and refining Nexite. And you notice that there are a lot of funeral cloths that are hanging from buildings with not necessarily gold thread, but like gold, more like spray paint on it to form the calligraphic characters of various names that are hanging from buildings. You assume these are probably people who have died, perhaps in the attack last night, perhaps before. Not entirely positive. As they lead you through the massive blue smoke belching refineries to get to the local Nilyar. And once you guys get there, they will have you wait outside for a moment as the goblin goes inside with your guys' weapons. And is there anything you guys want to say to each other while you are currently waiting outside? there are still guards on you guys. They're not like on you, but they're in the vicinity of you.
I think Soleil feels very on edge at this moment, because, like, even though he doesn't use his swords, he feels very naked without them. He's just very on edge, like ears perked, just taking everything in.
So like, make an insight check. How well do you know yourself?
Good question. Insight. That's a 5.
Nope. You believe what you want to believe.
Nope.
What about Nafisa and Feng?
I think Nafisa will start fidgeting, like with the ro-dai, just kind of like not like really having it out, but like it's like in her pocket or satchel, and she's just rolling it around, muttering some basic prayers in Draconic, but she's just waiting.
Will you be alright, Soleil? You seem twitchy.
Yeah, no, I'm alright. I'm okay. Just... This isn't how things normally go for me, so... Just kind of waiting for things to go south. If they go south.
Well, let us do our utmost to see that does not happen.
What are your guys' passive perceptions?
Yes, ma'am. I got a solid 14.
I also have 14.
I have 11.
Okay. It's just Soleil and Nafisa, you hear some of the... Well, Nafisa doesn't understand it, but Soleil... Nafisa, you hear people, like, quietly talking around you guys and looking at you and looking at Soleil. Soleil, you hear there is an immense amount of shit-talking happening about you.
Oh, sure. He definitely expected this.
There is many statements about how you're a poser, and
Not a poser.
yeah, that you're basically pretending to be like them, and you are undeserving of it, and all those kind of things. A lot of accusations about your upbringing and heritage.
He is biting his tongue. Literally.
Down, boy. We need to maintain calm. We can't allow these negotiations to fall through before they've begun.
Keenly aware. Hence, not saying anything. Not doing anything.
After a few minutes, the goblin will come out and say, "All right, you all can come in. The Shin-yen will see you."
Yeah, we'll walk in.
You walk in. It is a large union hall. There's all kinds of like traditional like union materials, like boards with like blackboards with people's names on it, and goblin, and shifts and schedules. A lot of it seems out of date at this point. There's like bulletins. You notice that there's a couple dozen people in various states of rest and with their weapons and equipment nearby. And you get led through that, and they're all staring, and more of the same against Soleil. And you hear like one of the reoccurring phrases that Feng and Soleil know, and that Nafisa keeps hearing this same phrase over and over again, but doesn't know what it means. But it's a lot of people are calling Soleil the lapdog.
Could I insight check to tell that it's directed at Soleil at the very least?
You don't have to make a check. It's very obvious.
Oh,
People are
okay,
saying
got it,
this and glaring at him.
Gotcha.
But you eventually get led to an upper story of the Union Hall, and there is a large like bloodwood desk and long tapestries hanging from the walls with various things in goblinoid of predecessor presidents of the Union, their stories and names, some of the great deeds that they did. There is also a very large like stone chunk of like wall that is like set off to the side against a wall with a incredibly like expensive black cloth with gold like filigree and characters on it um that lists two names on it, and behind the desk you see that there is a hobgoblin woman wearing a very plain like black robes. The only thing on it is a large golden character on the back that just says Clan Song, and she is probably in her like early 50s. She's bald, like entirely shaved headed bald. Her face looks like somebody took a giant set of monstrous claws and scraped at the back of her head and then started pulling those claws around to the front of her face. There's scarring all across it that has been tattooed over in gold. So it's kind of like she's got this like golden like face hugger set of tattoos going across most of her face. But with like no necessarily like established order to it. So there's lots of like lines that will just jettison in various areas of it. She looks like her features have been very much torn, scarred, burned, and stuff. But her eyes are still bright red. And you, as she kind of sits up in her chair, you hear like a faint chingling coming from her as she moves, but you can't really factor it up. She's got a very high collar on these robes. And the goblin goes to stand next to her as you guys file in.
I think Soleil's very much sticking to particularly Feng's side because he understands that she's the brains of this operation and everyone hates him. So he's not going to be initiating a lot of this conversation.
Thank you for meeting with us and allowing this parley to take place. Let me begin by saying thus.
Soleil and Feng hear in Goblinoid from the woman in a very like gruff kind of voice. As she stares at you guys, you hear her say, if it isn't Lazlo's lapdog has brought in some mercenaries. Is this your futile attempt to get close to us to try and kill us like the rest of our brothers and sisters? And you hear the goblin next to her say, the Shin-yen says that she is curious as to what is the purpose of your parley. And he says that in just a normal Wayfarer.
We wish to seek an end to the inter-gang conflict that minimizes losses of both material and of life on all sides, if possible.
Then you should have come bearing Lazlo's head. And the goblin says, the Shin-yen says that she is curious what offerings you would make to achieve your aims.
I look to Soleil. Should we translate as well?
We might as well. Be a more honest translation. Give a very pointed look in her direction.
She kind of does a sneer at you, and many of her teeth have been replaced by metal at this point. Like her whole like front teeth are just metal. And she goes, "Oh, do you need me to speak slower so you can understand it? Did they not teach you that?"
I understand just fine.
The,
My problem...
Okay.
the goblin tries to chime in, saying something as this happens. But
Go ahead.
yeah,
Nafisa.
you go to Nafisa.
Nafisa's just gonna raise her hand and says, "No, I do not speak goblinoid. I apologize."
Yeah. The Shin-yen is does not feel that it would be necessary.
I probably should have specified. I've been talking in Goblinoid this whole time, right?
I don't know. The goblin is translating in Wayfarer for the Shin-yen. Well, translating, quote unquote.
Okay.
So I don't know if
So this is-
you were speaking Goblin too. I didn't know how much of Nafisa's sake you wanted to do.
You can go full goblinoid. Nafisa will try to follow along as much as she can. Don't worry.
I do apologize that we could not make such a customary offering. Unfortunately, there are prior engagements. I feel my associate can speak more as to the nature of them, but we are bound first and foremost on honor to repay a debt to Lazlo. Given that we cannot offer you our employer's head, is there any other terms that we can provide? As someone who has worked a great deal to aid her own clan, I would not wish to see any more of yours wiped out. And as such, I would, as selfish as it may be, very much request, if at all possible, cooperation.
Make insight checks, everyone.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm rolling so bad. That's a
You're
9.
just so angry.
So
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
I don't speak the language.
Yeah, she goes, "So you've come with nothing to ask us to submit, to bow before Lazlo again, after he's killed so many of us. That is your offering?" The Shin-yen says that the terms you have offered seem to be inadequate for what you are intending.
I'm gonna stop you right there. I know what the Shin-yen said.
Our
Our terms are being here is to allow you to continue to live. We wouldn't have to go through this whole charade if our goal was to kill you. I wouldn't need to do that. I wouldn't have to waste my time like that.
You see her bolt out of her chair upright and slam her hands onto her desk. And as she does, you hear the jingling of chains from her hands. You can't see anything necessarily, but you hear it under her robes as she slams her fist into her desk and screeches at. I'm not going to actually screech, but she screeches at you that, you know, you've come here threatening me to kill me, to say that we should stop dying to you? Nafisa, you're picking up that Soleil said something that really agitated this woman.
Feng, do you like? She's gonna like try to whisper in Feng's ear. Feng, do you have this offering covered, or what did Soleil? Feng, do you have a plan?
I am still looking to feel things out.
She like takes a deep breath and then steps forward and then just raises her hand up, like she has something to say.
That golden patchwork face with the blazing red eyes turns to look at you.
Could I'm not smart. I didn't come here to be diplomatic like Feng here did. She sees potential here, and I didn't come here with that plan in mind. I came to talk to you, ideally not through an interpreter, but I wanted to talk to you. Could you speak to me directly in the Wayfarer or Vulgar Draconic, if that is okay?
She make a persuasion check, Nafisa.
This is not gonna go well. My
Soleil
plus
has
0.
very agitated her.
13.
Okay.
Would it be possible to help action that?
Sure. Roll again.
Come on.
9. It's
Still
okay.
13 is your highest. Okay.
Yep.
With that in mind, odd or even, Nafisa?
Give me odd.
Feeling
Finally.
odd. Okay. She will turn to you at perfectly fluent Wayfarer. Just say, what could you possibly be wanting to talk to us about?
He is going to reach into her satchel and pull out the ro-dai of the man that Lazlo killed. I was wondering if you're a leader who cares about her people, who wants a future better for her people, better than Lazlo, I thought maybe you would know everyone that worked under you well enough that you could tell me about him.
She looks at it, and there is an interesting mix of absolute rage with incredible heartbreak seeing this. And she will get back from behind her desk and walk over to it, and she will take it from your hand and squeeze it in hers. And you see that drops of what is like a mangled mix of tears and blood comes from her eye ducts as she holds this ro-dai in her hands. And the last thing that she will say before we end our session was, "This was Kalu's. This was my son's."
Ooh.
Oh no.
Guys, I swear to you, I have a pivot with this. I wrote things, I have an idea. It'll go well as long as Obs doesn't ask me to roll persuasion on an eloquent argument, I swear. I swear. Let my RP carry me, don't let the dice roll stop me. Have faith in me.
All right, we will end there for tonight. I hope you guys had fun. It's getting very spicy here. We love to see it. If you haven't done so already, please give me a follow here on Twitch. Give me a sub over on YouTube, where we have the full what's it called, the full set of odds for every episode of this campaign. I don't know why my Twitter is still there. I thought I changed that already, but you could also follow me on Blue Sky. It's the same thing. It's XObsidiaX, where you can see all my unhinged thoughts and updates, and you can join my Discord, the Eternal Citadel, and be a part of my incredible community. I want you all to know you're all beautiful, amazing, and valid people, and I hope you enjoyed spending your evening with us nearly as much as we enjoyed spending it with you. And never forget the most important part, which is that the world is better having you in it. You should also go check out these wonderful players. As they all said, they all have D&D or RPG campaigns of their own, of which many of us also play in one way, shape, or another. So go send them some love and check them out. That'll be it for this week for D&D. There's no other plans until potentially next Monday, but we will see how that pans out. We are gonna be Maris, if you want to talk about the collab at all.
On Friday, 7 p.m. EST, we're gonna be heading over to my channel to do a collaborative reading of Vampire Castle. It is a choose your own gothic vampire romance adventure. So Obs will be a part of that, as well as a couple others, and it's just gonna be a chill time full of vampire smooching.
We love it. We love that in this house.
Nice.
Yeah, if you haven't done so already, go check them out. It should be fun. Vampire smooching, #1. If you're a follower, please copy down the call to hugs. If you're a sub, please copy down the Knight's message. We're gonna go raid Yulia. She is streaming right now. So let's go send her some love. She's playing Scriptorium, Master of Manuscripts. Sounds like a very nerdy He-Man. Masters of the Manuscripts. I have the book learning. So let's go send her some love. I hope you guys have a wonderful night and the sweetest of dreams. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye!